We've already told you the Department of Telecom and Finance Ministry disagree on the relief package that should be given to telcos. We now understand that the Cabinet Secretary-led IMG will start meeting regularly from Friday to finalize its report. What exactly is the timeline and the recommendations? We have Tushar Chakrabarti and Ruchi Bhatia here to give us a 360-degree perspective of what's under consideration. Tushar, first up to you, what are your sources in the Department of Telecom saying, and by when can the IMG report be ready?
The Inter-ministerial group on Telecom is in its final lap in preparing its report over what can be done to provide support to the ailing telecom sector. And what we are picking up from our sources is that from August 11 onwards, the IMG is going to meet on a regular basis to finish up its report. Now remember, we had reported that there is some sort of rift between the IMG on the nature of the stress that is plaguing the telecom sector, and some sort of consensus building can be expected in these meetings of the IMG. However, we are also picking up from our sources is that any kind of reduction in the spectrum usage charges can effectively be ruled out. So what can the IMG do? The IMG can essentially go forth and increase the time frame for the paying of the spectrum fee by telcos. Also, the IMG can cut down on the USOF levy that is charged by telcos from the current 5% to somewhere around 3%, which would reduce the overall license fee incidence that telcos have to pay from 6%, from 8% to 6%. Also, the IMG can tweak the frameworks to ensure that all telecom companies can use spectrum, which is their most important asset, as collateral, and this in turn would help them to shore up the liquidity crunch in their firms. However, to get a more clear picture of the final recommendations and the final draft of the report, we'll have to wait for the time when the IMG actually submits the report to the Telecom Commission.
Okay, thanks for that, Tushar. And Ruchi, going to take it across to you. What exactly are the Finance Ministry's views on this?
The government has already said that they will not preside over the death of the telecom sector, and that's exactly the reason why now the big issue, the big contentious issue that both DOT and Finance Ministry are focusing on is on the quantum of relief that will be given to telecom companies. While DOT on their part have sought wider relaxations on both the spectrum fee and license fee, Finance Ministry at this point of time is studying the fiscal implications to do so, because remember, at this point of time, due to GST transition, the government believes the tax collections on the indirect tax front has of course something that they will have to watch out for. Those numbers are in jeopardy, and only by September or October post the GST transition they will have a clear picture of the revenue that's really coming in and how much expenses the government should go ahead with in the longer term, and which is exactly the reason why now, as we've told you, the big contentious issue is the kind of relaxations that will be offered on both the spectrum payment as well as the license fee. The government, as we've told you, has time and again said that telecom sector is very important for them. They cannot let the sector die in pain, but one has to look at the fiscal implications, the fiscal strain that any sort of relief measures will have, and Finance Ministry at this point of time studying all of them.
Okay, thanks very much, Tushar, as well as Ruchi, for joining in and giving us a 360-degree view. Looks like there's no big bang bailout as of now for some of these companies.